I can't be in this ecosystem and not talk about something that's arguably even more important than the longleaf pines themselves. It's down here. I'm running my hand through this coarse, wiry grass, and not surprisingly, it's named wiregrass. Wiregrass is absolutely critical to maintaining the health of intact longleaf pine ecosystems because of its role as fuel for fire. Fires traditionally swept through these ecosystems throughout the year, but most commonly during what's called the growing season. That's April, May, June, times when lightning strikes are really frequent, and these lightning strikes would ignite the ground, start fires, and the fires would spread. Doesn't that burn all the trees down? Well, not if there's wiregrass, because wiregrass is very flammable. See that wiregrass, how it only stays about this high? That carries the fire very low and very fast through this ecosystem. It maintains open conditions like this bare sand that allows things like longleaf pines to germinate, and it also limits the growth of things like this turkey oak. If fires didn't happen, especially during the growing season, turkey oaks would just dominate this whole stand and longleaf pines would be a thing of the past. Wiregrass requires growing season burns, and for a long time, botanists thought, well, wiregrass must not produce viable seed. It must spread some other way, because they'd never seen it seeding before. Well, it wasn't until people started setting fires during that growing season, instead of the cooler months of winter when it was easier to have prescribed burns, that they began to realize, whoa, wait a second, this is a plant kind of just like other plants. Basically what happens is a growing season burn rolls through this ecosystem, burns down the wiregrass, burns down these oaks, things like that, and then the wiregrass in fall sends up a fruiting stem. In late November, those seeds mature, and throughout the winter, they drop down onto the ground until spring. And then when the rains come and the sun shines, the wiregrass grows. Wiregrass is something used in restoration. Basically, if people want to bring habitats like this back, or they want to restore them to their original condition, they plant plugs of wiregrass and burn during the growing season. It's critically important. And it's not just important for fire and the habitat itself. It's important for the animals that live here, duh. So gopher tortoises, we've seen a lot of burrows as we've been walking today. They love this stuff, but there's one bird that I keep hearing that's really special. It's a federally listed bird called a Bachman Sparrow. And they're kind of drab looking birds, but they've got a great call. They go, here kitty kitty, here kitty kitty, here kitty kitty. There's one calling right now. My call wasn't that accurate, but you get the idea. Anyway, they love wiregrass. They pick it and they use it for nesting material. They forage in it. Where there's wiregrass in abundance, there's Bachman sparrows in abundance. In fact, we've heard more Bachman sparrows than any other bird while we've been out here at Fort White. It's incredible. I've only seen them one other time, and I'm a bird nerd like crazy. When you see wiregrass, you know you're in a really healthy ecosystem. It makes me want to sing from the treetops, just like the Bachman sparrow. So I'm gonna get started on that. Here, kitty, kitty. Kitty.
Wild Wander is made possible by the generous support of organizations that believe in the importance of the stories we tell. If your organization would like to talk about a partnership opportunity, contact us at info@macroscopepictures.com.